Welcome back. You're watching FBC Sports. Close to $1 million is needed by minor sporting bodies next year. Akusita Tale spoke to Fasanok President Vidya Lakan about their submission to the government for the 2013 budget.
Fasanok got nothing in this year's budget, and for 2013, they're hoping for at least $900,000 come next year. This is based on individual requests from various sporting bodies, including minor sports.
That is under 4 different funding categories: overseas tours by individual national federations, hosting international tournaments here in Fiji, short-term experts if they might want to bring from overseas to Fiji to work with them, and then the 4th area is scholarships, for emerging or elite athletes need to go overseas for attachment or whatever. So those are the 4 areas in which the national federations submit their request to us. We collate it and then we send it to the ministry.
However, this doesn't include rugby and netball, as they deal directly with the government. Lakan says they face problems with funding overseas tournaments since government no longer makes special allocations in this area.
Though we make the submission for and on behalf of the national federation to the government, the money does not come to Fasanok. It goes direct to national federations. So we are not privy to which national federation gets how much, whether they get all the money that they had asked for, or whether they get part of it, or whether they get it at all. We're not a privy to that, which is rather unfortunate.
For now, they will have to wait and see. Fasanok and its affiliates will know next month who gets what. Akusita Tale, FBC Sports.
The Flying Fijians continue with their preparation for the Europe tour, with the coaching staff oozing with confidence. They have now rated Fiji's brand of rugby as the best in the Pacific. Indra Singh with more.
Fiji's level of rugby has been tagged as the best out of all the Pacific teams, and this is expected to form the foundation of the Flying Fijians for the end of the year tour. The recent win in the PRC, which saw the Warriors take out the title for the 4th year in a row, has added more bite to the preparations.
Oh, that's the lock and the captain Nagarawa, and he's found.
I think the game time, the boys already played in the Diesel and the Febra, right? So there's recently the PRC, the boys played well in the PRC.
Looking good, yes, pushing forward.
And how does Male rate us compared to our Pacific rivals?
So it shows a great difference between the Samoan and the Tongans, because we played a good competition down here locally.
Heading into November, ranked 14th in the world, Male's work has just begun. This as he tries to put the ghosts of 2011 behind him and take Fiji rugby back to where they belong, amongst the top nations in the world. Indra Singh, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, the management team for the Flying Fijians has been announced. Coach Inoke Male will be assisted by Alifreti Modelutu and William Setala, while the former Wallaby Cameron Blades will be the technical advisor. The team will be managed by Aseri Rokura. The Fiji Sevens team proved critics wrong, defending the Gold Coast Sevens title in style. Shelvin Chand spoke to Graham Eden, who's been one of the most vocal critics, saying before the tournament that he had no faith in the team.
Graham Eden had called the team a disaster with 7 rookies named in the final 12. After the Gold Coast win, he says it was necessary to challenge the young players.
Pointing out the fact that there were so many new faces, newcomers into that side, gave the team and the management a challenge. They came to it, they rose to it.
Eden has picked 5 players who he believes need to be retained for the next leg.
As Ringamate, Tinai and later Raitini showed in the side. They had that support of Botia hunting for the ball. They had Leuavo setting up possession that he would win, and there is no doubt in my mind they must be in the side for the next time round.
The rugby pundit, who's been commentating on rugby for decades, says the management have to get specialist players into the lineup.
We can't just put 15's players in our side and expect them to perform like 15's players in 7's makeup. The games are different.
The Sevens coaches have already confirmed they will be dropping at least 4 players in the next leg. Whatever the strategy may be, the win in Gold Coast this year has given fans a ray of hope that maybe this year Fiji will win the IRB 7 series. Shalvin Chan, FBC Sports.
Yes, fingers crossed that we do win the next series. That's it from Sports Tonight. I'll see you again tomorrow.